Hey, gun people. This is an issue with some officer safety, some tactical. So these cops respond to a domestic violence, and in the middle of domestic violence, evidently when they leave, they realize that the guy is an escaped parolee or an escaped prisoner from corrections. Now, let me start this here a little bit about this guy's kicking, because I got all kind of things to say about this. So a guy gets his gun out. He's got a good picture of his trigger. His finger ain't on it. That's good. But this guy in the background is just kicking. I thought this was on loop. I was like, am I looking at the same thing? He keeps kicking his door in the same spot from an angle. You need to get in front of a door if you're going to be kicking it. And unfortunately, if you got a guy in there that you know that's wanted, you don't want to get shot, you don't want to get in front of the door. So he's trying to kick it from the side. Very ineffective kick. That's why he keeps going on and on, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, dude. You're going to need a new pair of shoes after this door kick. So, he's still trying to kick, still trying to kick. Okay, you notice the two officers switch sides? Cops do that a lot. You want to be on different sides in case a guy comes out and he goes at one cop, the other guy can come in behind him. So, but if you get into shooting, it sets up the perfect crossfire. Now, for some reason, one cop the kicker never gets his gun out, probably because he's out of breath. He ain't got the strength to draw his gun. But this guy who's got his gun out ends up engaging this guy when he comes out with a knife. After we get a few more kicks. 14, 27, 28, 30, 31, 32. Okay, now here we go. Boom. Kicks the door. He goes back. He should be getting his gun out immediately. Again, we're in a perfect crossfire. Tactics matter. You rarely ever, if we're doing a SWAT entry and we make an entry team or on a search warrant, we'll always Congo line all behind each other. And we all go in at the same way, one behind the other, to prevent that crossfire. But when cops work in just ones or twos, and I used to do it too, never really had a situation where I put my partner in a crossfire, but you know, when you're on both sides of the door, you set up a crossfire. Be aware of that.
I got it.
How many rounds he fire? Come on, people. All these YouTube experts ask out there telling you should always count your rounds. If you know what you're doing, you count. How many rounds he fire? He don't freaking know. He fired till the dude fell. This dude's backtracking. Luckily, hopefully this guy was aiming at the door and wasn't a shaky guy going across the hallway. But the guy's still standing. I'll go back and slow it in slow motion just so you can count the rounds here. Okay, here he comes. Knife in his hand. Alright, I'm still not sure. I'm thinking 8 or so. Anyway, so on the legal aspect, when you're dealing with people who are escaped, they're not supposed to be free. They're already into custody. So deadly force is authorized. So even if this guy committed a candy bar theft and he was put in jail, if he escaped, now this guy escaped from the Department of Corrections, so it had to be a felony for him to be in jail. But it doesn't matter even if it's a misdemeanor. If you're booked for a misdemeanor in the county jail for stealing a candy bar and you escape, those deputies can shoot you, and the courts have ruled there's no unlawful seizure of you. When they shoot you, it's a seizure. It's not unlawful seizure because they already had custody of you. You were escaping. So shooting somebody that's escaped and escapees, much, much lower burden of proof. Basically, all you got to know is they were escaped and they were going to get away. So anyway, that's why they shot this dude, just for being an escapee. He was running at him with a knife, so deadly force is authorized for that too. But it's hard to see the knife, and, you know, it is what it is. But just a couple tactical considerations. Well, than that, Derek.